everyone, and welcome to part 2 of our Thailand vlog. For this vlog, I'll be showing you how we celebrated my dad's 60th birthday in Thailand with the whole family. But first, we ordered room service for breakfast for my dad. Please feel free to pause if you want to read the menu. Then my husband and I went to get our buffet breakfast. Then my brothers and their partners ordered cake so we could surprise my dad.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Kaso walang kunwari na lang.
Kasi bawal na.
Bawal.
Hindi, mag-pretend ka na lang. Tapos kunwari nahipan na.
Picture na.
Kunwari, AI nyo na lang.
Okay, thank you.
Kunwari magpo-vlog.
Meron pa. Okay, thank you. Okay.
Then we hired a Grab taxi for everybody so we could fit in one. And this was a previous footage, but I didn't have a new one, so we actually spoke to the Grab taxi and tried to commission him for the whole day just so we don't have to keep booking taxis. So we paid 3,000 baht for the 9 of us for the whole day. 3,000 baht is about £67 for the whole day, which is not really bad. So for today, we went to Ancient City. My mum and Rose have booked our tickets online, which I recommend that you do because it's much cheaper than paying it there, even if you just book it a few days in advance or a couple of days, or even when we booked it, it was literally that morning before we got there. I'll be listing down in the comments exactly how much we paid because I need to ask my mum about that. And so the lady was just explaining to us like where to go and that there was a Muay Thai show. And then my husband and I was trying to hire a buggy for everybody. So obviously we hired a 6-seater and a 4-seater because there were 9 of us, and we used it for 2 hours. Hiring it is fairly easy. You just go to the counter and then they ask you to fill out a form. Obviously that makes you responsible for it, and then you give your driver's license.
I was about to.
You like this?
Yeah.
Hi, I'm here from Thailand. Happy Cup. Kapun Cup.
Enjoy ka naman.
Yeah, very happy right now.
As we got there fairly early, we had time to waste, so we just looked at the souvenir shop, and also this is the opportunity to get coffee or food if you haven't had breakfast, and they did have a coffee shop in the souvenir shop as well. If you're getting a buggy, definitely do that after you've had like your coffee and your breakfast, and then had a look at the souvenir shop, because obviously you're paying by the hour and you don't want to be paying for something that you won't be using right at that moment. Because everyone had their own license, we actually took turns in driving.
Di, okay lang. Kaya naman. Ito, gusto nyo? Do you wanna stay picture? Oh, yeah. Listening. Dito, ma? Oh. Picture.
Anong pangit naman?
Wag pangit.
Pangit.
Forward.
Ayun yun.
I-picture lang niya yung mga nakita mo mga puta-puta.
Ito yun na, ito mataas.
Hilig sila lahat sa ganyan. Yung lupo niya.
Wow! Ito mga sirena. Ito mga sirena.
Yeah, pwede yan.
The lady in reception said that there was Muay Thai, so naturally we had to check that out, especially because my husband and I watched like actual Muay Thai in the stadium, and we reckoned that my brothers and my dad would love it. However, my brothers were having a hard time navigating, which I was teasing my dad about, so we had to ask quite a few times. Then I had to do my sisterly duty that I have been neglecting for the past 5 years of teasing my brothers, saying that both of them are pilots and none of them could navigate for beep. But hey, at least we got to see the sights. So Ancient City is actually a 200-acre open-air complex that have 100 replicas of Thailand's most iconic sites from over 4,000 years of their history. So if you actually take a picture with every single thing in there, it could easily take you more than 3 to 5 hours. If you haven't got the time to visit all the temples and all the attractions in Thailand, I definitely highly recommend going here for a day. Forgot to say that if you don't want to hire a buggy, you could also hire a bike or a tuk-tuk, which is an electric one, or you could just simply use your car.
Is it here?
We don't think so. We're looking for 100 and we're at 110.
Oh, so we're gonna ask it.
Very nice navigator in front.
Yan yung kanilang bangka noong unang panahon, no?
Haba naman. Talaga?
After a few times of asking, we did eventually find a place where they had a Muay Thai.
Roasting. We are in Ancient City. We just watched Muay Thai and now we're just taking pictures. My brother and his missus.
Then we watched how people on Instagram take that perfect shot.
Kunyari na padaan lang.
Papadaan lang sa bread.
Yeah,
Breads?
sa bread.
Tinapay yan.
Way.
It's like Merlion in Baguio.
We're taking a lunch break. We're always there eating, and everyone's in the shade because they don't want to get darker. We don't mind. It's just really warm, but it's breezy, so it's all right.
Because my husband and I had a really big breakfast, we decided not to have lunch. We did, however, get some drinks and mango shakes because it was just too hot. Anyway, while waiting, those who haven't driven the buggies gave it a go, and Kuya Buboy and I and my husband decided to take a few pictures of the surrounding areas. I couldn't be bothered to go inside this one, so thankfully my husband had a few photos to show.
Ah! There's a bee on me!
After eating, we headed on to the other attractions. After a few hours, we then rang our taxi driver so that we could go to Icon Siam to do a bit of shopping and have my dad's birthday dinner. The travel time from our hotel to the place is actually like an hour and another hour to go to Icon Siam, so everyone was just so tired. As soon as we got in, we saw the food court where you can get a variety of Thai food, and then we saw the crocodile barbecue again. We didn't try it this time, and this was actually a bit more graphic than in Jod fairs. The first few times that we've been to Bangkok, we've actually not visited Icon Siam because of the location. And so it's our first time as well. And it's actually not the first biggest mall in Thailand. It is Central Westgate. Icon Siam is only the second. To be exact, Icon Siam is 525,000 meters squared. Then we obviously had to go to Fred Perry, which is my dad's favourite shop. What I will say is, even if you get your tax back, I think England still have it cheaper. I mean, I know it's an English brand anyway. So for example, I know this is high street, but we got my dad a birthday present and we found it in this exact shop for £60 and we got it like a third of that. And this was funny too, because if you buy it in England, it says made in China or made in Japan, whereas if you buy it in Thailand, it actually says it's made in England. After buying a few things, we decided to get something to eat. Then we settled on eating in a Japanese restaurant. We all got ramen. I think we got pork as well, and we had some sushi. I didn't really vlog much because we were hungry and we were tired. And unfortunately, because I didn't really vlog much, I forgot to get the prices of everything in this. But I can definitely tell you that this plate of sushi is overpriced. Then when we finally arrived in the hotel, we decided to do one last shopping trip in the night market by our hotel to get pasalubong for staff. And then we also went to the revolving tower, which is actually in Bayok Sky, to see all of Bangkok. Then the next day we woke up really early to have our breakfast because it is time to go back to the Philippines. It's day 5 in Thailand and it's our last day. It's 7 a.m. and we had breakfast at 6. We're now just trying to get ready. I've packed everything last night just so I don't have to be rushing around today. And then we'll be checking out, waiting for a taxi and then going to the airport. Also, it's 8th of December and I just realised that we only have 7 days till we fly back to England. This holiday's been quick. You guessed it, we actually commissioned that same taxi driver from the previous day to take us to the airport because he gave us a discount. And also it's just much more convenient for all of us because we don't have to keep booking a new one. And it was actually only the 7 of us because my older brother and his missus were on a different flight and we're on a much later flight. So it was 1,000 baht for the 7 of us, which is about £22.50. Then we got to the airport and looked for the check-in counter, which was actually difficult to see because they didn't have any check-in counters when we got there. So we had to ask. So if you do get to Thailand and are flying with Cebu Pacific, it's in aisle N. Then here's my dad and Kuya Buboy frantically trying to finish the fruit because I said they can't take that back to the Philippines because it has seeds in, which is actually not true because a lot of people were allowed. So I don't know if that's not true or a lot of people were just lucky. But I think with it being the same fruit that we grow in the Philippines, it was allowed. And before getting through to immigrations, we went to the VAT refund because if you purchase quite a few things in Thailand, you're eligible to get your tax back. But you have to make sure that you do fill out a form in that specific shop that you bought from. Otherwise, you can't get it back. And because my family didn't have the buffet breakfast like my husband and I did, we found a place for them in the airport to have food. Don't they just look so cute eating together? And then it was finally time to board the plane.
Under your seat, remove sharp objects from your body. To don, slip vest over the head. Take tape around the waist and push end to buckle. Pull tape to tighten. When outside the aircraft, pull inflation tags to inflate vest. Manual inflation is done by means of the red tubes. Blow to increase.
Then we finally got to the Philippines. And when we got home, my mum very kindly called a home service therapist for me and my husband and for my brother and his missus. It was only £10 each for an hour and a half. Anyway, I'll end the video here. Thanks, love you, bye!